Welcome back to my channel. If you're returning to my channel, welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This video today will be about... So this is my guest today.
Judgement.
On Mimosa Talks. So what we will be talking about today is how open should you be in relationships?
I feel like you should be able to talk about anything. Shouldn't have to hold back and feel judged.
Do you think you should be held back because of your friends?
No, definitely not. Don't let your friends influence you.
Okay. Unless you have good friends.
Yeah, unless, you know, it's for good reason. Positivity.
Positivity always.
Yeah. But you shouldn't let them, you know, influence you to the point where, you know, you feel like you shouldn't do certain things, or you feel like a little bit. If you, this is real talk.
Real talks with Mimosa Talks.
Yes, real Mimosa Talks. But yeah, you shouldn't feel like a bitch if you do a certain thing, or like you cater to a woman or whatever it is. You shouldn't feel like, oh my god, like my boys are gonna be like, oh my god, I'm a bitch, this and that.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't do anything for somebody else, as far as like do stuff pertaining to you. Like, I feel like you should be open with yourself, and you shouldn't change your character for somebody else.
Exactly. And you should be able to talk about anything within your relationship. A lot of people don't. I mean, I personally, like, I've never been really open in my past relationships. But, you know, that's...
But why do you think that is? Because maybe that can help somebody else be more open.
Maybe I just feel like maybe I'll be judged for things that happened in the past, or that, like,
That's big.
just feel closed up. Sometimes you just feel closed. You don't want to open up with certain people. You know what I mean? I feel like you have to grow in a relationship.
And why do you think that is? No, no, seriously though. Because of being judged, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe like a little part of you are like, oh my god, the person's gonna judge me if I tell them this part of my life. But a person shouldn't judge you that you're in a relationship with. You know, you should be able to just speak about whatever it is.
I think people in a relationship get judged anyway because they have more... There's more friction when you're in a relationship than when you're single. I mean, I think the basis...
Who do you think judge you?
The single people.
Why?
Because I feel like they don't have those issues. Like, they feel like it's easier to be single because they don't have to deal with problems. But obviously, if you're in a relationship, period, you're always going to judge who you are with that other person. I mean, not judge, but you're going to see who you really are with that other person. Like, that other person's going to be your mirror. You either accept it or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that brings me to my next question, which I'm so curious about. Do you think that you should advertise your relationship on social media?
I think you should. I don't see why not. To a certain extent. I believe in privacy, right? I believe that you should be private, but you should not hide them away. I feel like, you know, people should know you're in a relationship, but they don't need to know your relationship, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I don't post my relationship. I mean, like, I'll post photos.
Like, you ain't gotta be there every day like, oh, this is bae, oh, this is bae, this is bae. Like, you don't have to say every freaking picture that this is bae, you feel me? Yeah. But people who know you gonna know you're in a relationship.
Exactly, so I feel like you don't have anything to prove to anyone else. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I'm just a personal...
Unless y'all go out and stuff like that. Like, y'all can show y'all going out and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's affectionate. Like, I feel like you want to show off... I think in a relationship, you should want to show off your significant other. If you're not showing them off, they're either ugly or you don't like them or you're hiding something.
I don't like them. I don't like you. I'm in a relationship with you.
Right? I mean, it'd be like that. Like, people just be in a relationship to get over the other person sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
To be honest, like, or just not, or be single because of that. I'm just saying, like, you never know these days. Like,
would you tell the person that you're with that you want to be with another person and break up with them, or would you just on the low be with someone and just like, you know, like you trifling on the low, you know, you meet this person and then you break up with the person because you feel bad?
I mean, I feel like you should be honest with that person. If you want to be with somebody else, you could just say you want to be with somebody else.
Exactly. So would you tell the person beforehand, like before breaking up with them, that you want to be with somebody else and then break up with them, or would you just break up with the person and be with the other person that you want to be with? Like, what do you think is more...
I think you should tell the person the truth. If you don't want to be with them, just say you don't want to be with them. Don't make excuses.
Would you say, oh, I don't want to be with you because I want to be with somebody else?
Yes, but most of the time people don't know that they don't want to be with somebody else. They just want to see what else fish in the sea there is. So they just want to test everything and realize that there's nothing really out there, then come back to the person that they truly did love and want to fix that up. So they never really tell the person the truth. They just want to see what else fish in the sea there is and whatnot.
Mimosa talk.
Mimosa's talk. Because I think you should be real about that. Like, because honestly, in a relationship, you shouldn't feel like you're somebody else. Like, you shouldn't want to be with somebody else, because just because they lack something, you might lack something too. So what if they're putting up with what you're lacking with?
No person is perfect.
Right. Like, at the end of the day, no one's perfect. And you have to realize that.
Would you talk about your past relationships with your significant other?
Definitely. I feel like if you don't know about your past relationships, I think that's...
But would you tell, like, all the...
to be honest, we're being honest here. I don't think you should tell all the details, but like the details that led you up to who you are today. Because I feel like every relationship is a growing relationship, it's a learning experience, and I feel like the parts that they feel that they could probably tell you what's going on to see where they failed, where they can see if they've been fixed in that area, or you can help fix them in that area, because everybody needs help at the end of the day.
Yeah,
nobody's perfect.
You learn so much from people, I feel like, from their past relationships.
Yeah.
And you can even discover why, like, maybe something isn't working in the relationship that you're in now.
Right.
You're like, oh, well, I see why you were this way, blah, blah, like, we'll work on it, or like, just, ensure that person that feel comfortable,
Yeah, I think that's important to know, like, who you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying, or how to help them, because sometimes something that their last person didn't stress and now something new they can be dealing with you with can actually help them get over whatever that happened in the past or whatever like that, because different people bring out different things that people...
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Like, so sometimes your last relationship didn't challenge you the way your new relationship kind of challenges you.
It was lacking.
And you feel like that may be a major problem, but that can be the biggest problem that can actually help you in life. So sometimes you got to know what you're dealing with and helping fix that problem instead of thinking that it is a problem. Like,
yeah,
if that makes sense. Like, like kind of...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, like, like kind of like fix the problem. I mean, like, we all need fixing at the end of the day.
Nobody's perfect. It's gonna be a relationship, and it's gonna be something. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's perfect.
No relationship is perfect. Let's put that out there. No relationship is gonna be perfect, no matter who you with. You can be with anybody. You can be with the perfect person in the world. There's always gonna be that one thing that's wrong with them, and that doesn't mean that the next person you be with is gonna be perfect than the last person you was with.
Yeah, exactly. It's
like, you know what I'm saying?
So small.
Sometimes the grass ain't always greener.
On the other side, bitch.
Sometimes people walk away from a challenge, or they don't, they can't stand up to a challenge. Do you think that they're weak?
I guess, like, I just feel like you're not mature enough.
Like, what is the deal breaker to making you single? I think that's kind of cool too. Like,
what's the deal breaker in a relationship?
In a relationship, what's the deal breaker?
A person's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. A person's not...
I guess it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Mimosa Talks. So what are some of your deal breakers?
I would say some of my deal breakers are timing, not making time for the person that you're dating or you're in a relationship with.
A deal breaker for me is definitely communication. Is there such thing as too much time?
No, because if you enjoy the person that you're around, timing is nothing. You would love spending as much time as you possibly can with that other person. So I feel like, what's that? Like, you ain't gonna tell me that, oh my god, we spent so much time together. Like, you're not gonna do that. Because you shouldn't feel like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You should genuinely
And why shouldn't you feel like that?
Because I feel like if you love being around a person, like, you don't think about these things. You don't be like, oh my
It
god.
depends on who you like spending your time more with.
Yeah. Exactly.
Who else is there more to spend time with? What's more important to you?
Sure.
What else?
I mean, sometimes people rather spend time with their friends than, spend time with you.
Yeah, that's boys.
Yeah.
Or F girls, because we have those
Or girls, yeah. They rather just spend all their time with their friends and then,
hang out every weekend and go to the clubs.
The clubs!
Go to the clubs. Yeah, girl. We gonna do the same thing every week, girl. Yes, she is celebrating to no life, girl. Like, let's go meet men. Let's go meet girls. Like, oh my God, this is the life. And then at age 60, they're lone, bored, and their friends is married off to somebody else.
Yeah. We're talking.
And what are some other deal breakers? Communication. I feel like communication is a big deal breaker. I feel like we should be able to learn how to communicate with your significant other.
Communication is a big thing.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't know how to communicate, you need to learn how to communicate. Try to express how you feel. Majority of the times, I don't think you should keep emotions in, and I don't feel like you should have too much emotion. Like, I don't feel like you should let what you feel overpower anything. Like, I don't feel like you should have too much or have too less. I think you should have enough balance when it comes to communication.
Is it a such thing? Do you think it's a such thing as like showing too much emotion, like being overly emotional?
Yes,
like
there is.
Because
people could take advantage of being too emotional.
As in, like, communicating, like I'm overly communicating how much I love you or this and that, or I'm being overly affectionate.
Yeah, because those are like nice guys or nice girls, like people who are overly emotional and tell you, like, oh my gosh, I want this from you, I want this from you, I want this from you, and then the other person's not getting it because they're not really taking they're always talking about their emotions, and the other person may not be as emotional, and they'll be like, you too emotional. Because first of all, if somebody that doesn't understand emotions is with somebody who has too much emotions, that's not going to really balance out. Because it's like they're not going to understand each other, because you have to have that balance. And it's like somebody has to be a little bit more on the moderate emotional side, if that makes sense, to understand the other person. Because if you're too emotional, sometimes people take advantage of you.
Don't be in a relationship and go cheat on your significant other.
Like what's the reason for you cheating? Like lacking?
Yeah.
Like
why do people cheat?
Because they think somebody's lacking something. Like, I feel like if they lacking, you should tell your significant other, like, yo, what's good? Can we get it popping some other way? Like, let's flame it up some other way. Or you can have everything, and somebody could say you lacking in some petty way.
Because they just don't want to be true. They just want to be out there.
Yeah, they just want to do their own thing.
A fucking plan.
Yeah. Sometimes people just want to be.
They want to be out in the clubs.
They want to be out in the clubs. Like, first of all, it's something wrong with you going to the club every single week. Like, why are you going to the club every single week looking at the same people? I guess there's some deal breakers that we haven't mentioned that.
Comment below what are some of your
deal breakers. There are a lot of deal breakers out there. Everybody's been heartbroken. Everybody's been hurt. Everybody in a relationship right now can agree that maybe one time they've been hurt on another and they have never broke up, or they've been on and off, or whatever. Things happen. Like, this is real shit. This is not to like make anybody feel down or anything like that. This is just us commenting what exactly
we're just talking about
real-ish
topics.
Real-ish. Mimosa Talks.
Mimosa Talks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
But this is the end of this video. If you like what you see, please stay tuned for some more. If you would like to see more Mimosa Talks, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. This is the Ashley Show. Thanks, guys.